Hello, everyone. So I'm trying to build a schedule. So the first series on the schedule is going to be the One Dawn series, and I'm gonna put it out every Wednesday. So well, let's get started. Okay, looks like I'm black. Play my normal opening. Okay. Mm, I could do the kick or this one. I think I'll do this one, just because he has a 4/4 here. He goes here, which leaves the weaknesses over here, but a little too slow to do it now. Approaching the corner is bigger. He pincers, and this side's low value. So running out doesn't really do much, so I'm just going to leave that for now. If he wants to take it, he can take it. Because even after he attaches here, I play somewhere else. He has to play another move here, and there's still some Aji over here. And if he kicks later, I can just bring it out. He plays this one. I'm just going to slide here. Could also do the attach, but it's fine. But I like this one because normally they do Tanuki for some reason, which I guess that's why they do the attacher so they don't Tanuki. But I still like this for black because later I can invade here. And him defending this is very low. So if he plays here, it's a little too solid. So I'm going to extend here once. This is low value, so letting him play here doesn't really do much. And now I'm going to leave it again, because again, he would have to play a move here, a move here, a move here to completely take this. And I can even like keep here first to make it even harder to surround. But for now, I'm just going to extend from my corner and aim at the weaknesses he left here. Even after this kick, I can still invade here. He goes here. Okay, I'm just going to run out. Because these are all low, he can't really attack. And top is not really that valuable. So I wouldn't really even call this an attack. So he goes here. So I can Tanuki again. Because again, he can't surround me in one move. So I can kick in the corner. He extends. I go here. There's this weakness here, and I get the corner. Or I can just invade, and he goes here. I run out. Either way seems good, but I think I'll just go ahead and do this one. Because he didn't defend it. Hmm. So if I extend here, I can Hane. He extends. I connect under. Then there's a cutting point here. He double Hanes. I think I'll just do this one. Because I can just connect, and I can connect under or capture. So he does that one. Okay. So I'll take my corner. This gets damaged a little bit, but this group is not alive. Okay, so here I don't want to let him connect under. I want to keep his group separated, and I want to make my group stronger. So I'm going to make a base for it, while at the same time separating. Okay, so he does this one. So now this group is getting a bit weak, and I don't want to let it get weak. I'm going to defend it. So I have two weak groups, so I have to be a little bit careful. He attaches here. I'm just going to respond here. He goes there. If he cuts, I just Atari. He goes here. I extend. If he attaches here, I go down. He cuts, and I just sacrifice the one stone, and I live at the top. Trying to attack this is more important and make this group stronger. Because if this becomes strong, then this group's weak, and this one isn't as in danger. I'm going to just turn here, threatening the cut. And because I have this Atari, I don't have to worry about this group. And then just jump out, threatening to surround with my next move. And jump out again. Okay, so he tries to attack this again, but I can just run out. Okay, then I just got to make sure I can connect, which there's still cutting points here. Mm. So if I Tanuki and he plays here, I go here. He connects, I connect. There's some weaknesses there. So yeah, I'll just play nice and safe, keep my stones connected, which also makes this weaker. I think I'm going to do that now. I'm going to go ahead and cut and see what he does. Mm. So I can Atari this way and then connect under. So this corner does get into trouble. But he should have just extended down and forced me to connect. Okay, I'll connect. Yep, so now he has to try and kill me, but I have a lot of ice space here. So feels like he shouldn't be able to kill me here. Okay, don't want to let him get out, because again, he doesn't have two eyes yet. And of course, just going to play here, which a ko here would be very big. It feels like he has to connect, but then that's not two eyes. Well, I guess it's one eye, because he could have went here, I connect, and then he could have played here. But now that it's a ko, not sure where his ko threats are. I guess he could threaten to cut this off. But if I kill this, then it doesn't really matter. Okay, I guess that counts. He comes back. Just gonna solidly connect. Because if he connects here, then this is dead. Or my group is dead. But now he has to connect back here, and he's still not alive. Just gonna push through here. And take back. I'll play my peep here, which is threatening to cut this off, and at the same time is a good go threat. And since he made this so strong, now if he plays here, I can play here to make this a false eye. Because now if this gets cut off, this is too weak. So he's trying to connect under. I need to block that. And it's kind of looking like this is probably a Seki. So again, my focus should be to not kill, but make sure this group stays safe, which it looks pretty safe. But as for code threats, I think I'll just go here. Cutting off this one stone, it's pretty big and makes this weak. And again, I'm pretty sure this is, I'm guessing Seki. But even if this died, it feels like this would be just as big if I capture. So if I go here, he goes here. And I would have to throw in. I think to make Seki, I have to do this one. And if he tries to make a ko, I have two liberties, so I can play here, he captures, then I can Atari, and he can't connect. And this group is still not 100% alive. He has like an eye here and an eye here. Okay, so he's trying to make this an eye. So I can't really make this a false eye. Um, Also, I'm getting rid of one of my liberties, so when he plays here, I can't play here. So he's pretty much alive, but I'm alive. If he cuts here, this group shouldn't have any issues living, and this group doesn't have two eyes, but I can attack. So it shouldn't get into too much trouble. We're just going to go ahead and surround. And again, our focus is not to kill, but just make some profit and reduce the center. And if it dies, it dies. But it's not our main goal. Okay, we'll poke at his eye shape a little bit, see if he's really alive, which looks like he is. So now I have Sente, so what can I do with Sente? I already made profit here. I can jump here to make it bigger. I could try to cut this off, which that's probably too small at the moment. Cutting this off is also an option, but probably too small. I'm thinking just jump, because it's reducing his area here, growing my area. Okay, so, let's check score estimator. And it says I'm ahead. And it also is giving him a bunch of points here I don't think he'll get, and then I'm also making more points here. So this is very dangerous, because he's very thin here. So I can just capture this, I think. It feels like he just kind of gave me some points. And again here, this is making two eyes pretty easily. And this feels kind of like a desperate move. I don't think it really does much. But now I think he's kind of in panic mode. So if I go here, he goes here. There's some weaknesses. So I'm just going to play this one, which seems like better shape. And even taking this liberty away doesn't really help too much because he just has the Atari. Or even just playing here, he lives. Okay, he connects. I'm just going to capture. He cuts me off. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and try to cut this stone off, and I should get the corner or these stones. I'm happy with the trade here. So if I go here, he goes here, connect, he pushes. If we count, let's see what's bigger. So if I capture here, I'm getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, maybe 13 points. Him getting this one is getting him like, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I kind of like 13 for this one, right? Okay, so this is bigger. And here I can force him to capture. Do I have to worry about a cut? Maybe a little bit, but I can peep here, threatening to capture these. And then if he cuts here, I just go here, he connects, I go here, if he goes here, I cut. Okay, so now in game, not sure what the best way to take advantage of these stones are, but I think I'll just go down. And getting this stone here, I can actually jump 3 spaces instead of 2. Because if you have this one, you can do the monkey jump, but when you have one on this one, you can jump further. Not sure if that's the biggest move right now, though. This one is probably bigger. And he shouldn't have done this one. He should have just blocked. Because then I had to go up, and then he could have played something like this, and then there's some weaknesses here. So I probably would have to defend, and then he would have Sensei. This is pretty big, but If I go here, I just capture, he goes here, or not capture, I connect. He goes here, here, and then this shape should be good enough. So I'll do the 3 spaces because I have one on the first line. Okay. Now, hmm, playing here, reducing this is pretty big because I think I played all the corners and sides already. So capturing here, getting rid of this weakness seems pretty big. And I have an eye here now. I have an eye here. Potential eye here. So this should be 100% alive. It's got to make sure I stay nice and connected. Which if I go here, he goes here. Atari can maybe do a ko. I'll just give him the 1 stone and stay connected. Comes over here. Yep, I don't want to let this group get cut off, so I will just connect. And score estimator says I'm winning by about 52, but it's not counting this, so it's probably closer to 40, as long as I'm alive here, which feels like I should be. But yeah, he didn't play very well in this area. He pretty much gave me like an extra, probably at least 10, 15 points here. And then he let me reduce him, so he didn't make anything here. But he played these stones here trying to make something here, and then they don't really make anything. He goes here, but this is not threatening to connect or kill. So I think I'm just going to come over here and just pretty much guarantee I have a shape here while forcing him to connect or capture. Okay, and he resigned. Okay, so yeah, he did pretty good. I think in the opening before this one, he game was pretty close. I think I said I was only ahead by about 10, 15 points or so. But yeah, I think I'll do a quick review. Opening, I think, was okay for both. This move I just don't like because, well, there's this weakness here, and it feels like he's trying to reduce influence, but I don't really have any. I don't really see any potential for influence yet. So playing low just feels more solid to me, but I'm sure this is okay. So I pincer here, or he pincers here, and I always just like to tanuki this. If you play the local move, this one, he can cut, and it just gets really complicated very early, and I like to avoid that. Oh, too far. Okay, so I just tanuki, and if he plays moves here, like if he just plays here, I play here, he goes here, I feel like I'm getting just as much or more from this than he is in this corner, and there's still some Aji here that he has to worry about. But instead he backed off here. Okay, so I could play this attach here. And the reason they play this one is because if white Tanuki's here, black can play this Hane. So the corner looks much nicer. But I like this one anyway, because if they Tanuki, I go here, and if he captures, I can still try to attack this. It's not easy to kill, but I can attack it. And to me, like the shape is not that much worse, at least not at my level. Okay, but instead he, what did he play? Okay, he kicked. I took the corner, he defended, and him defending here, it's very low. All these stones here don't really make that many points, like maybe 10 points, and I can still reduce that with moves like this. But then if he gets, so if I Tanuki'd here and he gets this, this looks pretty solid. So I don't want to let him get something that easily. So instead of Tanukiing, I pushed up once and then Tanuki'd, because he can't capture this in one move. So it's making this area a little bit more complicated for him. While the other variation where he gets this move, it's just very simple. Oops. Okay, but then I Tanuki and play here. So now he has this weakness here to worry about. So it's very difficult to handle. It almost feels like he has to just jump here. I jump up, and then maybe he can Tanuki to try and reduce this. But it just feels very painful to have to play this one. But instead he kicked, tries to attack. I can just run out. So at this point he can't surround me in one move anymore, so I can just Tanuki. And he didn't make that many points here. Like all these stones making maybe 10 points here, which I can just play one move and get rid of all that. He plays here, but I can just slide here to get rid of this. So it feels like he's not really making that much profit here. Game is still probably even. So I invade here. And not sure. It feels like maybe he should just connect here. Then I get the corner, then he can Tanuki. Or he could extend here. I have to connect under. He plays here. And then I have to make a extension of some sort. And this is probably about even. But instead, he played this double Hane, which I think definitely is a mistake. Although maybe instead of this connection, I should just capture here. Because if he goes here, I have Sensei. My corner is very strong. And I can just play something bigger, like maybe jump here. But in the game, I played here. But the reason this is probably bad is because when he goes here, it's Sensei. And I probably need to capture this stone. Or I would have to be able to read out if he extends here, if I can capture it. Which is very hard to do in a game. So he invades here. Not sure if it's the best invasion. He probably should have tried to attack this way or just invaded the corner. Like he can always just do this one. Or even probe in the corner. Both I think kind of work. Like if he goes here and I extend, he can just live in the corner. Or if I Hane here, he can maybe even do something like this to try and cut this off. This one, it felt like it made the game more complicated because now he has this weak group, this stone, and I have this weak group and this weak group. So it's probably still even, but the other way just felt simpler for white. And I defend my corner here. He attaches, and then I try to fight here. And I connect. And at this point, I think I'm ahead. So since I'm ahead, I don't really need to cut and fight here. I could just do something like this. He has to connect somehow. I can push. He has to extend again. And then to simplify the game, I could attach here and try to just get rid of my cutting points. Maybe not this one, but something like this to just fix my my shape. Then I'm probably ahead, and he still has this weak group. So this is probably overplay because I'm ahead. If the game was even or I was behind, then probably can do this. But when ahead, it complicated the game. And it also just led to this situation, which is just not good for me. If he just extends here, I have to capture, and this group becomes very dangerous. If it dies, I don't think it's game over, but it's very big. But he played this Hane, which gave me a chance. And yeah, after this, I just have too much eye space here, so it should be Seki or I just live. And he played the Ko, which it felt like he didn't really have a chance to win this one. And we both like Seki for me because I have the outside liberties. He is kind of alive, but I think he has to add another move here. Yeah, so he adds a move here, but the only reason I think this works is because if I try to kill, I can't get rid of this eye, I don't think, because I'm not sure I have enough liberties. Like if he plays here, I'm just dead, I believe. Yeah, but this is very weak and it can die, so it's probably not even game over. Um, so after this, I just went for the easy life, and he played here to get eyes. I have a cutting point here, but with the shape here, it's very strong. And then I get to just attack this. And I probably could have killed, but I think it was good enough just to take the profit. And this move feels very bad. Like he's trying to build the center here, and he also wants to reduce me from making points here. So this is not the move to play. Like it should be something like this to like reduce this area while also doing this one. But I guess he was worried about I could do stuff like this to like just capture this stone. But this is probably better than the game where he pretty much just gave me everything. And this invasion is just an overplay. Like he's very thin here. There's really nothing he can do to connect after this. And yeah. And after this, I get that squeeze, so I'm pretty much just already alive. Yeah, and then after this, it's pretty much just game over. Especially after I get that the squeeze here. Because he's forced to capture, I pretty much get to make my group very solidly alive, and there's just no chance. Because I'm probably about 50 points ahead here. But I think that's it. It was wasn't too complicated of a game, and I made some mistakes, but he made more. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.